Are we live? I think we're live, people! Hey everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 and welcome to LFS Live Installation Part number 2. Me and Benny are back at it once again. Okay,
Yep.
basically, folks, just to give you a little heads up, yesterday, the day before yesterday, we did part 1. Um, just letting y'all know, right after we went off the air, and I woke up this morning, we hit a little bit of a snag, so we're pretty much at a crossroads right now with the Storm FS project. So, what we're doing, folks, is we're sort of basically doing a try again thing with it. Right, man?
Yeah, what we're doing, folks, is we're gonna. I already have a somewhat built install, and we're basically gonna take my root FS tar file and upload that for Ricky, and I'm gonna send that to him. And that way, he doesn't have to do the bootstrap part, and we're just gonna sort of cheat it a little bit because we wanted to show the whole bootstrap stuff, but sadly his computer just could not handle that. So we said, heck with it. We're just gonna do a halfway install kind of thing.
This way, basically, we can just essentially speed up the
Get the
process, if
base
you.
system installed, etc.
Yeah, because what happened when I woke up this
Oh,
morning, folks, is I looked on my machine and it said that the USB drive had low disk space, and it's a 16 gigabyte USB drive, folks. So,
basically, the virtual file system went poof. It ran out of room.
so
So
essentially, what we're doing, folks, is we're basically using cheat codes essentially to essentially basically
build this process
speed up the pretty much the entire process. This way, we can handle
out.
everything. Hold on a minute, Ben. I gotta
Minimize this.
hold on a minute. I gotta go into OBS and turn off the webcam because my webcam is on. There we go. All right.
Oh god.
Don't worry, I fixed it, Ben.
Yeah.
No problem. I forgot. I didn't even realize my webcam was even on to begin with. So,
Yeah, and I don't even have mine on because
okay.
no need for that.
But anyway, folks, let me just put the terminal up here. This, from what you guys, this is basically the SSH that we're put
Yeah.
in. So as you all can see, we're basically going to speed up the process of getting this thing going.
Right. So the first thing we want to do is make our MNT Storm FS folder.
Mm-hmm.
Then SDA is your root 2 or 1?
Uh,
Actually, let's just double check. Okay. Did you? Oh my God! Didn't make a swap.
I don't think I made the
What?
swap, but
Oh, you didn't even format the gosh darn thing.
oh, that might explain everything.
Well, no, no. Hold on.
There
What
we go.
the hell is this?
I don't know.
AV. What the?
What the heck? I never heard of AVR. What the heck is AVR?
I don't even know, Ricky.
Is this like something new or something? Is there something I'm unaware of?
I have never heard of that file system in my life. Okay.
Okay, I say what we.
Now, I just formatted it ext4.
Okay, thank you. And then, yeah,
And then
and
we got to make the boot.
There you go.
Right. Now we're gonna do M&T boots. And if you guys are familiar or not, this is similar to how you do it on
This is basically
at least the
similar.
manual.
This is basically similar to how Arch Linux does it,
Right. So
and
we'll see to M&T
and this is
and
also
Gentoo.
similar to how Gentoo does it. Essentially, the instructions in the Arch wiki on how to set up your file system and your bootloader is essentially the exact same process on not only Arch Linux, but it's also the same thing on Gentoo as well as LFS.
Right. Now, this version of LFS by our good buddy Brian does come with System D, but given his ports have always been kind of hit and miss with us, yeah, we're going to use this package manager scratch package from Venom Linux because I found it to be the most adaptable to LFS in
hmm
my personal
Now,
and in
now,
my testing.
granted, you can install packages without a package manager. It's just it takes so much time to do it manually.
And we just don't want to waste that time, basically,
No, we don't.
or in general. Now, before we get into anything, I'm going to sudo if this thing would not lag.
Uh,
Now, folks, the reason for the lag is because Benny here is on a metered, aka shared connection from Spectrum. So until Wednesday, when I get my brand new internet, it's gonna be shit, essentially.
Unfortunately, that's the truth.
So,
Here's the thing. I'm a witness to this personally because before I switched to my new internet, which is AT&T satellite Wi-Fi or over-the-air Wi-Fi, Um,
yeah,
essentially, Spectrum was like hit and miss for me personally because there would be a lot of times where I would just disconnect for no apparent reason. And plus, we've also had outage issues with Spectrum in the past, as well as wiring issues with AT&T. Over-the-air Wi-Fi, which is what me and my family have. You don't have to really mess with any wires or anything. You just set the router down, plug it into power, boot the thing up, set it up for the instructions, and you're basically good to go.
right. Uh,
One thing about AT&T over the air Wi-Fi, folks, is there will be times when it has to do a software update, and it's basically an over the air software update. And for it to do a software update, it has to go offline temporarily, do the update, then it'll come back online momentarily after the update finishes. That's just how the process goes. Sometimes the updates can take minutes, other times it can take about 24 hours. So,
right.
but Benny Boy here, he's getting the other type of AT&T Wi-Fi.
The fiber.
The fiber optic one, which is basically a competitor to Frontier Communications, aka Verizon.
Right. Now, I'm also getting the non-dish version of their TV connection.
Mm, basically
So I'll have to
The
install
HDMI
it.
dongle.
Or actually, it'll be baked right into the fiber. So anyway, what we're looking at here, folks, is their repos. So we've got all these different desktops, the main community multi-lib non-free.
hmm
So I'm going to also add their archive ports because their archive ports has Rust bin in it, and Ricky will attest to this. Building Rust from source, not gonna happen.
It's a pain in the backside.
Yes, and I'd rather use an archived version of Rust bin than use an upstream version that does not build automatically. Not, or just is not a binary blob. So now we have to edit scratch package.alias. Put in, so all we do in here is we type Rust space Rust bin. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do scratch package.conf. And just to speed up our install, I'm going to take this pound off of checksum. Put that to yes. There you go. Now we do make dir. Wait, before I do that, I have to tar xvf rootfs xc dot. And looky there, folks. Now she's unpacking the whole entire file system. Now,
Mm.
wouldn't you say, Ricky, that was a lot more sane than doing it all the hell over again?
Yeah. And boom, we're done.
Yep. Now, in order to set up Scratch package, we have to do a few things. We're going to type in mixer-p var lib Scratch package db. And then the only other thing we have to do, I've set up Scratch package so many dang times, I know like the back of my damn hand. Package world. And that's needed because, like Gentoo, there is a world file where it keeps a huge database of all the packages you've installed, which right now is none in our case. So we're going to sudo gen fstub. If I can bloody type on this damn thing, I'm just going to su this damn thing. And then we type gen fstab dash u. And I'm just going to copy and paste it. It's really laggy. And we do this before we root in, guys. Otherwise, we're going to run into problems. If I can get a thing not slow as heck connection. Okay. Now, I want to change this to lowercase so it doesn't yak at me.
Okay, I'm just checking audio. Our audio is still going. We're fine.
Okay,
And we got
good.
one
Now we're going to
and we got one person watching.
remember that, maybe. All right, now let's see. Okay, we'll cd to scratch package. And Ricky, I'm going to need some manual intervention from you once we sync the repos.
Okay.
So scratch sync. Oh, we don't have git. Gosh. Or get git. Okay, now it's pulling in git. We're good. Because here's the thing, folks. If you don't have git on your LFS after you root in like that, good luck putting in any repositories from Scratch Package. Because Scratch Package's repositories come from a GitHub fork called Codeberg, which basically uses the same command structure as Git. So unless you have Git installed, you're not getting no repositories.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good luck pulling in any packages on your LFS.
Yep. And yes, folks, we know we got to do the locales. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
Don't worry, Benny has the documentation for this install pulled up. I know what I'm doing. Installed this version of LFS 100 times, if not more. I can do this like the back of my eyes closed. I could do this in my sleep if I wanted to. And folks, while this does seem like a tutorial, it's really not. We're just
No.
basically going through the motions to show you how we set up Storm FS.
And it's also essentially how to basically set up LFS in a much easier way. Because no way we're doing it the old fashioned way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me just. Okay, nobody's in.
Yeah.
Nobody has said anything in the live
I,
chat.
I'm pulling up the chat right now to keep an eye on it too.
Okay.
Oh, and folks, like we said in the last stream a few minutes ago, we are planning to, what is it, in our, not next month, but the month after version of Storm OS, we are going to be having brand new icons, artwork, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mainly artwork, but yeah.
Exactly.
And I also want to give an update on Storm G. Um, we tried our best to get Calamari's working on that, and we could not. So we took it to AI, for example, Z or Chat GPT or something. Actually, no, it was DeepSeek, and we built our own installer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's similar to Calamari's, but not 100%. Excuse me. Damn. But yeah, we built our own installer, and we are planning to include that in Storm G, and that should be out within either tonight or the next few days. I can't really give it an estimated time,
No.
but we're going to be testing it tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be ready very soon.
Exactly. Exactly.
And yes, our Duelist of the Roses playthrough will resume Wednesday evening once I have my brand new internet and a new cooling fan for my laptop. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the reason we haven't resumed it again is because my cooling fan on my laptop for the CPU has gone kaput. So I have to wait for the new one to get in. Otherwise, my laptop will burn to a crisp. So, yeah.
Okay, what I want to do, folks, is I want to check. I want to check OBS for just a minute, Ben.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there it says there's a little bit of drop frames, but it's not that bad. I'm not that concerned. And what do we what? Hold on a minute. What do we got here? Oh, that's just another Firefox instance. Let me just close that down. There we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, so far everything looks good. Everything looks fine. So we'll just minimize that. The one thing I want to do, folks, I want to make sure that we're not lagging so much. That's the whole point of doing this. So let me just make sure that I don't have anything running in the background. Okay, so that's not running. There we go. Let me just check this thing. So yeah, there is some drop frames, but once again, I'm not that concerned. So usually with OBS, it's rare that I get drop frames, but it happens. Luckily, I'm on an Ethernet connection directly from my new router, so it does basically make running OBS a lot easier. Normally, I would do this from Google Meet, but OBS is much quicker to set up.
Oh, RM4, I think it's in here. Yes, it is. Wait. Yet again. Huh? Okay. Um, let's see. Oh, God. Hmm. Uh, well, looks like we're gonna have to build Git from scratch.
Oh
Hold
boy.
on. I can do it, Ricky. LFS Git. Well, this is only temporary. Oh, jeez, we don't even have wget. Oh my. No, I didn't know I'd have to end up doing this too. Oh, scratch package will get it for us once we get it in there. Feeding to Git. Paste this to also. I always type this on. And there she blows.
Here comes Git.
Then we can start building the desktop and everything. And hmm, and Ricky, what if we had to pick a GUI for this, which GUI do you want to go with? Because I mean, we've gone with XFCE, I don't know how many times and all that kind of
Um,
junk. And
um,
yeah,
I um, yes, XFC has always been the go-to, but I think for this one, just to go just a little bit more lightweight, let's go with an old school classic. Let's do LXDE.
yeah, because it's more lightweight and it doesn't take as long to install.
And one other reason, folks, why I love LXDE to death is it has my favorite window manager in the whole wide world, OpenBox.
Yeah, which honestly isn't that hard to really configure OpenBox.
No, in my public GitLab, I keep my OpenBox configs up there. I can pull them down at any time I want to.
Right. And we're going to use LXDM for the login manager anyway.
We're using LXDE. We might as well use the whole kit and caboodle.
Right.
Because here's the thing, folks. Yes, LXDE works with LightDM just fine. It's just when you're
But
running an old environment like LXDE, you usually want to run LXDM alongside it. Now, true, there is an LXDE GTK free version, but the old LXDE standard version works just as fine.
Right. And where are we now? Yeah, LXQT is okay, but to me the GTK version is just better.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I mean, and also Ricky, I've decided something. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know that we need LLVM for Xorg at this point. I don't think.
I don't think we do.
So when we go to get Xorg, which honestly, I think we'll just get a base install for this episode, and then tomorrow's episode we
We'll do.
can just,
We can
you
do handle.
know,
We can handle the
we'll
desktop
get the
environment.
bases in, right? Because I mean, we're right now trying to just get the kernel. Uh, we'll just do WK supplicants and
Mm-hmm.
uh, grub. Well, actually, it already has grub, so we can just do the kernel and WK supplicant and SSH, and just
Mm-hmm.
reboot and see if it works.
Yep. And
And we will need Linux firmware too. So
yeah,
go ahead.
and just letting you know, if you're wondering what web browser we're gonna use, it's gonna be Firefox.
And a binary version of it, because we are not waiting for a full compile of Firefox. No way.
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah. And we're gonna go with uh, a basic theme like I don't know. We'll do
We'll just
I
do a
don't know, just something.
we'll just do a simple dark theme. That's all you need.
And then the papyrus icons are wallpapers, grub theme. That's
Hmm.
it.
Now, when it comes to how LXDE works, people, it's pretty much gives you a Windows-like lookout. You got your taskbar, you got your widgets, you got all that.
I'm gonna get working on something on my computer.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me just check OBS here. Okay, OBS is doing good. There is a little bit of drop frame, but that's okay. I do want to check Firefox. Okay, Firefox seems to be working good. Okay. So I just checked the live stream. Nobody else is on. So, um, what we're doing is we're just waiting for Git to get done, and then we'll proceed with what we got to do next.
Yes. If it is, you know what? But I'm going to increase the parallel make on this. Make, let's see, 322.
Mm-hmm.
Make, install. And folks, we're going as 8 gigs of RAM and a dual core CPU in this, so you're just going to have to bear with it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about this HP laptop with Rednon and Ryzen stuff in it. Most of the machines in this room, folks, is dual core. I mean, I can't unfortunately afford the fun enough funds to get a quad core or higher. I just can't do it.
And that's totally understandable. Now, my StormFS machine is also my StormOS machine, which is the case until my main laptop, Dell, comes back into service. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it has 8 cores, 16 gigs of RAM, sorry, 8 cores, 16 threads, and 32 gigs of RAM. So it's pretty decent. Also, guys, I will still be able to rush test into Ricky, but we're going to set up SSH on his FS install. So that way I can still help him with the desktop and all that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that way we can also capture the screen easier too.
Yep.
And also, if you're wondering which init system we're going to be using, it's going to be RC, which is built from which is also based from sysd init. We are not going to use system D. That's just
Yep. We are not going
also, if you're
there.
wondering, yeah, because LFS in general does not recommend using system D if you can help it. Terminus font, because no offense, the stock font, I can't read it worth a darn.
I don't. I don't.
Oh, good news, Ricky. The kernel on the Broadcom driver is being pre-included on Storm FS, or sorry, Storm G. Excuse me.
Oh, that's good.
Just a second, I'm typing something to our Galaxy's Discord.
Okay.
But yeah, like
Excuse
I
me.
was saying, guys, the Broadcom driver for those of you with MacBooks or Broadcom hardware will be included on our Gen series as well as our LFS. Don't worry. But I personally do not have Broadcom hardware to test at the moment, so that'll be on Ricky to test that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Git is finishing up. Ricky, if you're wondering, the package name for the Broadcom driver is Broadcom-WL and LFS.
Okay.
And if I have to build the ISO by some chance, I am downloading the Broadcom driver.
Okay.
Okay, it's done. Wonderful. RM. Oh no. Okay, now we can scratch. Alright. So now it's gonna get clone the repository. Now it's downloading the community packages. LXDE looks like pretty nice. I wonder if they still have LXDE in their repos because good. Here's XFCE. Then there's the multi-lib packaging. All right, there's all the ports. Now we're just gonna do scratch. Oh, you're Linux. Ah, Windows. Uh, all right. There she blows. Whoa, 57 packages. That's not too bad. Yeah, Ricky, that all this doesn't look too bad. All right, here it comes. So going getting some of the actual stuff.
Okay. Okay, let me just have a look here at the live stream. Okay, so far so good. Let me check everything. Okay, yeah, we got some drop frames. Once again, no concern.
Yeah. Now, all right, Ricky, your packages are being installed. So
Mm-hmm.
it's only like 57 of them, and it is including some of the X stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, basically, folks.
and I'm also putting the revolve
Oh,
on there.
okay. Essentially, folks, from here on out, it's basically a waiting game. So,
Yep, and we're gonna save you guys the hella long compiling. So we are going to go ahead and call it part two here.
yep,
We're going to talk off the air for a few minutes, and then we will
yep,
see you guys tomorrow for part three, where we install the desktop environment and boot up the computer for the first time into the LFS.
yep. Have a good night, people. We'll be back tomorrow.
So,
Bye bye.
but yeah, we're just going to let this build for a few minutes and then take it from there.